dear friends, welcome back to Help in English channel. Today we continue the educational sessions dedicated to business English, namely business vocabulary, and our educational sessions this time will be dedicated to legal matters, namely law. There will be 4 educational sessions on that matter, and they will be subdivided into 2 subcategories. The first subcategory will be dedicated to civil and procedural law, and the second subcategory will be dedicated to criminal law. So those of you who are more into criminal law will have a chance to learn that part, and those of you who are more into civil and procedural matters will have the chance to enhance vocabulary from that subsection. But anyway, overall, we will cover 130 plus terms in the field of legal activity. So let's have a look at the terms I have prepared for you for this teaching session. There will be civil and procedural law terms that I will display to you today. So the first term, abduction, похищение. Illegal carrying or enticing away of a person, usually applied to children removed from a country without permission of one of their parents. Acquiesce, соглашаться, to give one's consent to something. Admissibility, приемлемость, criterion whereby evidence may be considered by a judge in deciding the merits of a case. Have a look, there are some other terms that I have given the translations to in the brackets here. The translations to those who speak Russian as their first language, the mother tongue. I would also like to drag your attention to the fact that the word criterion is used in singular and criteria in plural. Next one, admission of debt. The word debt, please do not pronounce letter B, so debt. Признание долга, recognition by a party that an amount of money is owed. Next, ADR, alternative dispute resolution, альтернативное урегулирование споров. Extrajudicial procedures used for resolving civil or commercial disputes. Affidavit, written sworn statement of evidence. Next set of terms is the following. Ancillary, дополнительный, сопутствующий. Supplementary or additional, for instance, ancillary measures. Annulment, аннулирование. Court declaration that something is void from the very beginning. For example, annulment of marriage. Appeal, обжалование, апелляция. The transfer of a case from a lower to a higher court for a new hearing, request for a new hearing. Hearing in Russian, слушание. Appellate court, апелляционный суд, court where appeals are heard. Next one, applicant, истец, заявитель, anybody filling an application. Cause of action, основание для иска. Legal grounds and alleged facts enabling someone to start legal proceedings against someone else. And again, you can see that other terms given with their translation in brackets. Let's have a look further. And what we have here, civil partnership, гражданский брак. Civil partnership, in some countries, same-sex marriage. Claimant, истец, a person initiating a lawsuit. Судебный иск, in some jurisdictions, it's called plaintiff. Composition, составление, agreement or compromise by which a creditor or group of creditors accepts partial payment from a debtor. Copyright infringement, нарушение авторских прав, unauthorized use of material covered by copyright law. Counterclaim, встречный иск, claim brought by a defendant in response to the claimant's claim. It is usually included in the same proceedings. Court cost fees, судебные издержки. fees for expenses which must be paid by the parties to a suit, or in some cases by the losing party. Okay, so we continue. And the next one is custody. Custody, опека, arrangement establishing who lives with the children and provides daily care. Damages, ущерб, sum of money awarded by a court as compensation to a claimant. Default, неисполнение обязательства. Failure in duty or performance. For example, default of appearance, неявка в суд. Defense, защита. Factual denial or assertion of facts or law that counters or negates a claim made by the other part in proceedings. Defendant, подзащитный. Person against whom civil proceedings are initiated. Desertion, оставление семьи. Intentional abandonment of a spouse. Next set of terms, let's have a look at them. Dispense, освободить. To allow someone not to do something which the law or regulation usually requires. Disposal, ликвидация, списание. Act of selling or transferring goods. Dissolution, расторжение. Legal process which ends a contract of marriage or civil partnership. The next one, divorce. I'm sure that you have already heard that. Divorce, развод. Legal process which ends an official marriage. Enforcement, правоприменение. Execution of a law or a court decision. Evidence, доказательство. Something legally submitted to a tribunal to ascertain the truth of a matter. Exemption, освобождение. Release from an obligation, a duty, or a liability to which others are subject. Foster family, приемная семья. Family with whom a child lives because for some reason the child cannot live with his or her family. Freezing order, приказ о наложении ареста. Injunction order to stop the party from disposing of money or assets pending a financial decision being made by the court about distribution of that money or assets. And the last term for today, guardian, опекун. We already know the word custody, опека, and guardian, опекун. A person responsible for making major decisions about such things as what kind of education, healthcare, or religious training the children will receive, and how to manage anything the children may own, such as property or money. Like custody, guardianship can be handled by one parent only or shared between parents, which means that both parents will remain involved in making important decisions about the children's life. And let's have a look at how well you can translate the given terms from Russian into English ad hoc, let's say. And if you cannot do that so far, you're most welcome to go over these terms several times to make sure that you know how to translate them. So, иск, аннулирование, апелляция, защита, подзащитный, освободить, ущерб, судебные издержки, похищение, расторжение, развод, нарушение авторских прав, встречный иск, опека, истец. Well done, everybody. Very, very nice job. These terms are very not easy to memorize and especially to give definitions to, but we can try and work that through several times and to make sure that we can activate this vocabulary. Don't forget to subscribe, put your likes, and have a nice day, everyone. Bye-bye.